Cancel the U2 concert.
Boy, oh boy, did I have a great tirade.
Don't fucking do it. This should be like a 1.5 point line.
Oh, they just scored again.
I think he's the clear-cut winner.
That's the only good move.
That's it.
Welcome to the Thielet Graves podcast. I'm Thielet.
I'm Graves, and we're just two dudes like yapping about sports.
Welcome to the Thielet and Graves podcast. My name is Ryan Thielet.
My name is Isaac Graves.
And we're just two dudes that like to yap about sports. Yes, you noticed today, me and Isaac are officially out of sweatshirts and sweatpants.
It's a full-on 80 degrees here in Pittsburgh.
So nice.
Perfect.
So nice to be warm again. You also might have noticed a new addition to our intro that you heard my wee as we transition to the normal episode that will be sticking around. If you don't know, that is from a clip that we posted on our socials. Go ahead and follow our socials. You'll see what clip we're talking about. It's pretty entertaining. It's about 30 seconds of pure laughter.
Actually, I mean, it's only about 6.
Okay, anyways, they get about it. So with that out of the way, let's get started into the show. Today we're going to get started with the NFL, then get into my personal favorite, WWE. Then we're going to the MLB, and then finish it off with the NHL. All right. For the NFL, we're going to get started with our mock drafts as we are officially draft week. It is currently Monday, and no new storylines have came out about what these teams are going to do.
How we feeling?
So I'm feeling good about my mock draft. I don't know about you.
Yeah, this is a weird one.
Okay, so let's get started with the Tennessee Titans picking first overall this year. I think we both have Cam Ward.
We do not both have Cam Ward.
Oh, well, I have Cam Ward because they need a quarterback, and there's no other way for them to.
You're really giving up on Will?
I'm giving up on Will. It's about time we give up on Will.
I have them taking Abdul Carter.
You haven't taken defense first round?
Yeah, I know, but look, they need edge rushers.
Yeah, they do.
So
they do. I just think that they should go after offense first before they think about their defense.
Yeah, I would draft a quarterback like late round.
Yeah.
Well, maybe second round. Look into the second round again.
Second to third round. We'll see. All right, for the second overall pick, I actually have Abdul Carter going to the Cleveland Browns. For my past mock drafts, I've had Shedeur Sanders going here. And now with the addition of Joey Flacco, he's back.
Yeah. Who starts, him or Kenny?
Kenny
starts?
Kenny starting. You kidding me? You're asking me who's going to start? It's going to be Kenny.
I actually have him going receiver.
Really? Who do you have him taking?
I have him taking Tetro McMillan here.
Okay, I like that. I mean, they do need receiver. Well, they need help overall.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just thought that they're going to think, okay, well, we just signed Myles Garrett. We need somebody else on the other side of him. And that's going to be Abdul Carter. By the way, if that's the case, that line is going to be disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, third overall, I have the New York Giants taking Shedeur Sanders. Yes, first 3 picks, Travis Hunter's not been picked yet in my mock draft. I think there's been a lot of rumors about him going to Giants, and I get it. Yes, they have Russell Wilson, but Russell's only there for 1 year. So
and the guy who eats W's.
Yes, they're only there for 1 year. So I think they're going to pick Shedeur and think, okay, well, this is our long-term option. Might as well put him in a locker room with guys who have been around this league, or in James Winston's take, knows how to be the backup and learn the game better as a backup.
Yeah, look, the 3 quarterback room is setting me off. I think what they're planning to do is tank for Arch Manning.
I don't think. I think with Russ being there, they want to at least do something.
Yeah, so this is where I have Travis going.
Okay.
So
I like that pick. I mean, honestly, how can you not like Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
All right, for the 4th overall pick, the New England Patriots are taking Ashton Jeanty.
I have the same thing.
Yeah. Look, when I think of Mike Vrabel's time at Tennessee, you think of Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And what is the closest thing to Derrick Henry in this draft, running back wise?
Ashton Jeanty.
And I get that's a lot of praise.
Yeah.
And Jeanty's only 5'8". He's not, like 6'4" that Derrick Henry is. Yes, he is our height.
Not built like a literal truck.
Yes. So, but when I think of a guy who's going to thrive in an offense, like a Mike Vrabel type deal, it's Ashton Jeanty.
He's shifty as hell.
It just makes sense. It's like I get they have a capable running back in Ramon Stevenson over in New England, but he's not a RB1. He is an RB3 everywhere else in the league.
You know what he is? He's a fantasy terrorist.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I learned that the hard way.
So I think they're going to get their back, and it's going to help Drake May out, having a guy like Genty next to him. So I like that. I just think it's a solid deal.
Yeah.
You want to go to Jacksonville? Because
What?
mine's a little different.
Let's go to Jacksonville. What position?
Corner.
Okay, I have him going D-line. I have him taking Mason Graham,
Oh,
D lineman out of Michigan.
I like that. Actually, I lied to you. It's not just a cornerback. He's also a receiver. This is where I have Travis Hunter going.
I thought about that.
I thought, what does Jacksonville needs? Cornerback and a receiver.
Yeah.
They get that in one player. I think this is the best spot where Travis Hunter's been saying he wants to play both. He wants to be on both sides of the ball. So I said, okay, what team's going to allow him to play both sides of the ball? I think Jacksonville's going to do it when there's a team that needs that.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a perfect fit for Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Next week, on our show, we will be basing how many of these we got right.
Yes, maybe we got wrong.
Yeah. I'm going to get a lot wrong.
I think I'm going to do pretty solid. All right, let's go to Las Vegas.
All right.
I have him going receiver here.
I have him going D-line.
This is where I have McLaren going.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, they need receivers. Yes, they need running backs too. And this would be a perfect spot to pick a running back. But I think, we just had a Saquon Barkley year. But I think to win the AFC West, you got to have good receivers.
Yeah.
And this is where I see Las Vegas going, is taking receiver.
Okay. I have him going D-line. I have him taking Walter Nolan, defensive lineman out of Mississippi.
I like that.
Ole Miss.
I like that. However you want to say that, Mississippi, Ole Miss,
Yeah.
still the same team. But yeah, no, I like that pick. They need help their D-line.
Yeah, a lot.
They need a lot of help on that team in general.
Yeah. Max Crosby can't do everything.
Exactly. Alrighty, well, let's go back to New York. Let's go to the Jets. I have him also taking receiver in the first round. I have him taking Luther Burden III
Ooh.
out of Mizzou.
Where did I have? Okay, I had him falling a little bit. I actually have him going tackle, offensive line. I have him taking Will Campbell, tackle out of LSU.
I like that because Justin Fields needs,
To not die.
yes, for the 5th straight season of his career.
Yeah.
But I think the Jets would be like, okay, we need receivers. We got to be able to play offense. And Garrett Wilson can't do it all.
Yeah.
Breece Hall can't do it all. We need another guy on the opposite side. And I think the perfect fit is a receiver like Luther, where he's not going to be your down the field guy, or kind of like how Garrett Wilson is. He's going to be your in the numbers. He's going to pick and choose where he wants to be, catch the ball, and drop down.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be the perfect Jets and the perfect pick for the Jets. And also, Justin Fields thrives with them because one thing about Justin Fields is that he's an improviser.
Yeah.
So you need a guy who can read his secondary, sit, and wait for the quarterback to find him.
Exactly. All right. Let's go to Carolina.
This is where I have a Mac Cartman's team landing.
What position?
Edge rusher Mike Green from
Oh,
Marshall. Yes.
I had him falling.
Yes. Everyone at home's thinking, Ryan, he is a Marshall kid. Why is he in your top 10? There's a reason.
He's tough.
He is one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
One thing about Marshall football is that they're smash mouth football. And that's kind of what Carolina needs.
Yeah.
Carolina needs a guy who's going to hit you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Mike Green's going to be on the edge. And gosh, they need a freaking edge rusher because they got nothing on that D-line.
The Brian Burns hole is bigger than ever.
Yes. And I
Okay.
think Mike Green can fix that.
Now I'm realizing I probably should have taken edge, but I actually have him going secondary.
Oh, okay.
I have him taking Malachi Starks, safety out of Georgia.
I like that pick. He's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have him in my first round because I wasn't really thinking safeties for most of these teams.
Yeah.
But he is a borderline first round or second round guy.
Yeah. But having him to pair up with Jeremy Chin,
that'd be insane.
insane.
It's a great combo. All right, let's go down to New Orleans. Look, this team needs a lot. There's a reason they're picking 9th overall.
Yeah.
But I have them sticking to the D-line.
I have him going quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah. I think they need it.
Where do you think they're going?
This is where I have Cam going.
You have Cam Ward falling like this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You haven't said Shador yet, have you?
No, I have not said Shador.
Okay.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm probably not going to like where you have Shador. I'm definitely not going to like where you have Shador. If you're anything like how Steeler media has been lately, you're about to see an hour tangent by me. But anyways, I like the pick. They need a quarterback. Derek Carr is he's just there.
He's there.
He's there. I'm trying to be polite.
Rattler is probably a career backup.
Yes, at best.
Yeah.
He's gonna be. So I like that pick.
Yeah.
I also think that they're gonna give Derek Carr one more year when there's a guy like Manning coming out, who I'll be fine with, or who'll be a great story if he goes to New Orleans where his grandpa played.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna ride it out and then say, okay, well, we got a generational talent next year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just wait it out there. That's why I have him going D-line. Okay, so what else? Let's go to Chicago. I have 2 D linemen going back to back. I have them taking Walter Nolan.
Oh.
This is where I have him going in my draft. I think they need D-line help more than they need anything else. Their defense is atrocious.
It is really bad.
It is really bad. And I think
they should hammer basically every defensive position.
Yes. But I think that Caleb Williams, I guess people are like, well, he needs another weapon. He needs another guy. I think they'll be fine for 1 year.
Yeah.
I think, and plus you can address the weapon issue in the draft, like later in the draft.
Yeah.
But when you need some sort of spark on your defense, that's where you go first round.
Yeah.
And that's where Walter Nolan can bring in.
Yeah. Sadly, I have Walter Nolan taken already, but I also have him going D-line. I have him taking Kenneth Grant.
Oh, I like that.
D-lineman out of Michigan.
I really like that. Yeah. You can't. The D linemen this year are really good.
Yeah, it's a stacked D-line
class. And I love that it's a stacked D-line class, especially after the year we had with Saquon going off when he did, Derrick Henry going off the way he did, Jahmyr Gibbs, and what am I thinking of the other one? Sonic and Hedgehog. I'm thinking of Hedgehog. I'm missing one.
What team?
Detroit. They're running backs.
Oh, Montgomery.
Them two going back and forth, and a lot of these teams need D linemen. They realized that last year with these running backs going off.
Yeah.
So I like that the D line class is stacked this year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to SoCal. Let's go to San Francisco.
Okay, the Bay Area. I have them going O-line.
I have them going online too. Do you have them going interior or exterior?
Tackles interior, right?
No, tackles outside.
Tackles. Okay, so exterior O-line.
Okay, I have them going Will Campbell at LSU. Tackle.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense for them.
Yeah, they need another guy on the other side.
Yeah. Okay, I also have them going tackle. I have them taking Armand Membu, tackle out of Missouri.
Oh, I like that. Both SEC guys. I have him falling, but I do have him in my first round.
Yeah.
But I like him. I liked him a lot. Also like Will Campbell. I think Will Campbell is just the best fit tackle in this draft.
Oh, yeah.
And I think San Fran's going to be like, okay, we need another guy on the other side. So I think this is the best deal for San Francisco.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Dallas. Let's go to Jerry World.
Jerry's World.
Where do you think Jerry's going to go?
I have him going receiver.
I have him going halfback.
Okay.
Who's the receiver you have picking?
I have him taking Luther Burden.
Oh, yes.
So Missouri boys going back to back.
Yes, I love that. I mean, I may say I love that a lot. I do really like that because if you need a guy who can, what's the word I'm looking for? Accommodate what CeeDee Lamb can do.
Yeah.
And be a nice piece is him. He's a type of physical receiver that Burden is.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a great combination for Dak.
Yeah.
I actually haven't taken a halfback.
They need that.
They really need that.
Because they don't. Do they have one?
Is Zeke still signed?
No, Zeke signed with the Chargers practice squad, I think.
What a fall off.
Yeah.
Um,
I know he signed with some practice squad.
but so yeah, they don't currently have a good halfback or a halfback.
Yeah, because
So-
Dowdle's gone too.
Yeah,
So
I have Marlon Hampton out of North Carolina. This is where I think he's going to go.
I have him going in the first round, but late.
This is going to be. I only have 2 halfbacks going in the entire first round,
I think I have the same actually.
and he's the best halfback. Oh, sorry, 3 halfbacks. Forgot about Genty.
Yeah.
He is your second best halfback in this thing, and in this draft class. Cam Skyball, yes, he's good. He's not better than Hampton. I've seen Hampton alive when he played for UNC. He played Pitt. I'll tell you what, he's a guy. He's gonna be a guy down the road.
He's gonna be a guy.
And Jerry's gonna see it. Well, we need another guy behind Dak, and I think he's gonna be a guy for him.
Watch Jerry take a kicker in the first round.
I can already see it happening. I can already see it happening. All right. Let's go down to the 305.
Sunny Miami, Florida, the home of Jelly Brain, Tua.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. Well, I have his brain healing because I have them taking O-line in the first round.
I have him going corner.
Okay. Yes, I see.
Yeah.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
But they need to protect Tua. They didn't address it last year, and then he got hurt again this season. So I think this is the year that they wise up and think, oh, we probably should protect our quarterback.
Yeah.
And they're going to take guard Tyler Booker, Alabama.
Ooh, I like that. Do
Yeah.
I have him going first round? I do. Okay.
I think they need interior help more than exterior.
Yeah.
And I think Tyler Booker is going to be a great fit in Miami.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because whatever happens with Tyreek Hill, Tua's going to need time.
Mhm.
And especially the inside of the pocket. So I think Tyler Booker will be a good guy to keep Tua in the pocket safe.
There's another discussion. Does Tyreek stay in Miami?
I don't know, man. Oh, what team wants him?
Does he go back to Kansas City maybe?
No.
No, because
No.
Pacheco and, well, he's not a running back. Never mind.
There's a lot of problems. That'd be no.
Yeah.
I don't see him getting moved.
Yeah.
I don't even see any of the teams in the first 8 picks saying we want him.
Yeah.
So, because look, yes, Tyreek Hill is one of the better receivers in the league.
Not last year he wasn't.
But he didn't have a quarterback all year.
That's true.
Well, let's be honest. And I gotta say this, he's older. He's an older guy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's still one of the faster guys, but he's not like how he was 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't see people wanting to give up what Miami's going to want to give up to trade away Tyreek Hill.
All right. Well, my Miami pick, I have them taking Jahdae Barron, cornerback out of Texas.
I like that. I have him in a couple picks,
Yeah.
but I really like them. They need another quarter. They need a young quarterback is what they need. Because Jalen Ramsey, yeah, he's good, but he's old.
Yeah.
I think it's time for them to get younger on the defensive side of the ball.
All right, let's go to the shoe.
All right. Indianapolis. Yes, you may look at my draft pick and be like, oh wow, he really copy and paste here. Because this is his best fit. It's right at Tyler Warren going.
I actually have the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, look, Anthony Richardson needs an all-around tight end.
Yeah, because Mo Alley Cox is
A blocking tight end.
Yeah.
At best.
And he's getting older.
At best, a blocking tight end now.
Yeah.
So Tyler Warren is your pass catcher of the future for them.
Yeah.
And tell you what, McAfee's gonna be happy about that.
Yeah.
I love the kid. I mean, yes, I'm a pick guy through and through. I believe the blue and gold. I may not like the navy blue and white, but I respect the hell out of Tyler Warren. What he does at the tight end position is second to none in college football. So I'll be very happy if Indianapolis gets them.
Yeah. All right. Dirty Birds.
All right. I have them. You know, when you think of Dirty Birds, you think of that defense, right?
Uh-huh.
So I have them sticking to the Dirty Birds and going with an Alabama linebacker named Jahad Campbell.
I have the same thing.
2 for 2. Alrighty. I just makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I mean, look, yes, they have weapons on the offensive side of the ball, so they really don't need offense.
Yeah.
They could use cornerbacks, but their main problem is their run defense.
Mm-hmm.
Their D-line and their linebacker. Now, yes, I mentioned that this D-line class is deep. I get that. But they need a Mike linebacker, and they don't have one.
They need that Mike.
And I think Jahad Campbell can be their Mike.
Yeah. All right. Arizona.
I haven't taken cornerback here.
I do too.
I haven't taken Jahad Barrett out of Texas.
Okay.
Or Jaheed. Jaheed, right?
Jade.
Jade.
Yeah.
I have him going here. Makes sense. They need cornerback help.
Yeah, that makes sense. I had him going to Miami, so I have them taking Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan.
Yeah. I have him falling. I think. Yeah, I have him falling, but it makes sense where I have him going.
Yeah.
I just they need cornerback help.
Yeah.
They need help defense entirely.
Mm-hmm.
They could use another receiver, in my opinion, but that's a problem you can address later because they don't need a receiver 1; they need a receiver 2 or 3.
Desperately, yeah.
Yeah, so they don't. I think when we're a team that needs a lot of defense, I think that you should focus your first round on defense.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be the best fit for them.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the Cincinnati no defense. I have Kenneth Grant D-line out of Michigan going here.
As much as I know they need defense, I have them going O-line.
Oh.
I have them taking Tyler Booker.
Oh, I love that. Okay, yes. That makes sense because Perot got his kicked in the past couple years.
Yeah.
And so they need O-line.
Yeah.
And they were rotating Cody Ford in and out all season, which good for Cody. Because look,
yeah,
I'm not gonna get into his off the field stuff because it's been all over TikTok. It's not gonna get into it. With his ex and stuff like that. But for him, yeah, exactly. But for him to go in and be able to fit any role in, I think he should be a everyday starter for them.
Yeah.
So I think that they'll plug him where he needs to be. And I think they'll be fine just to ride, maybe address the O-line the second or third round. But I think they need D-line before anything else, especially what's going on with Sam Hubbard.
Oh, my God.
Because,
well, he's retired.
Not Sam Hubbard. The linemen that they're not the linemen. The outside linebacker, they're pass rusher, like they're TJ Watt. They're in the middle.
Oh, Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Henderson. Yes, they are struggling to figure out a contract. So I think he's going to hold out. So
that sounds a little familiar.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to get into that at some point. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about that. I think they're going to address the D-line with Kenneth Grant and get the help that they need.
Yeah. All right. It's Pacific Northwest, Seattle.
Do you mean the what have we been calling them? The Seattle Raiders or the Seattle Rams?
No, that's for the actual Raiders. Those are the Las Vegas Seahawks.
Yes. I remember I was making fun of that. All right. Well, I have them addressing the O-line.
Ooh. Okay. I am going edge.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I get where you're going with that. The thing about their O-line is that Seattle's been blessed to have Geno Smith, who has been able to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they got a slow white quarterback in Sam Darnold.
And an even slower, even whiter quarterback in Drew Lock.
Right behind him. So I think I think it's time that they address their line.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna start interior and then work out.
I think they could do that a lot throughout the draft.
Yes. But you need to get your inside guy first.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Tate Regel, guard out of Georgia.
Ooh, okay. This is where I have Mr. Marshall going.
Wow.
I have Mike Green heading up to Seattle.
Yes. I mean, that fits. That does fit with their culture up there. But I just think, I don't know if they want to risk another defensive pick.
Yeah. No, I get that.
You also need receivers because we have their receiver.
Yeah. All right. Tampa Bay.
Good luck to the Lightning, by the way, as you don't play till Tuesday, which is pissing me off. I really want to see the Battle of Florida.
Yeah.
But anyways, I had 2 Georgia Bulldogs going back to back.
Ooh.
That's where I have Jalen Walker, linebacker, going.
Wow, you had him early.
Yes, I have him early.
Okay. I have them going edge once again. I have them taking Donovan Ezeraku, edge out of Boston College.
I like that. They need edge rusher, and especially because Pitt player, blanking on his name, D lineman. He played for Pitt. But yeah, I have the reason I haven't taken linebacker is because there's a lot of talk, especially the Pitt spring game that I was lucky to cover. Their linebacker coach for Pitt, the Pitt linebacker coach, was talking about Servasse Dennis, a linebacker that was stellar for us for 5 years. He was here, and they were talking about him sliding into a more prominent role. So I thought, okay, well he's gonna be their Mike linebacker down the road.
Mm-hmm.
He is highly intelligent. That Servasse is, but I think Jalen Walker will be able to focus into going into a pass rushing role. So they need a pass rusher, which they don't have. So I think the linebacker with Jalen Walker will be just fine there. Kalijah Cansey, that's who I think with your pick. I see where you're going for. As they need your D lineman to work with Kalijah Cansey.
Yeah.
And I think Kalijah Cansey being the way he is will definitely need another help, which I could see why he went D line there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's come home. Okay. Wait. No.
Let's
Sorry.
go with 420 City.
Yes. We were just able to celebrate 420. By the way, happy Easter, everybody. Yeah, no, I'm a day late, or by the time this comes out, 2 days late. But It's still the Easter season, and happy Easter to everyone who celebrates.
More importantly, happy 420.
Happy 420. Also, who else celebrates? Let's go talk Denver. I haven't taken receiver, and I haven't taken a Buckeye here.
I do too.
This is where I have Emeka Ibuka going.
We are great minds think alike.
Great mind thinks alike. You'll see a theme these past 4 picks. You'll see what I mean when I go back-to-back colleges.
Oh.
Yes. I think Emeka, look, Cortland Sutton's getting older, so they need a deep threat. And Emeka can be your deep threat for them.
And they don't have really any other notable guys outside of Sutton.
No, they don't.
So.
And I think Bo Nix is going to really like Emeka because he's a big guy. And Bo Nix is going to be able to say, screw it, Emeka's down there somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
because he probably is.
Yes. So I like if Denver goes a receiver, and especially if they go Abike.
I'm about to piss you off so much.
Alrighty, let's come on home. I think we both have a quarterback.
We do.
Mind. I think you have a quarterback that I absolutely am pissed off that you picked.
I hope I'm wrong, honestly.
So I'm going to go ahead and list my reasonable pick here. If you don't, as we mentioned before, we were talking about how me and Isaac take part in that sideline show.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky enough to join on as an ad lib where we talked about Steelers draft.
Mm-hmm.
And I was asked the question, what should we do? And I said, look, this guy doesn't get enough love that he deserves.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking Jackson Dart. I'm not talking Shedeur Sanders. I'm talking Will Howard.
Yeah, I was about to say Will Howard, yeah.
Quarterback out of Ohio State. Yes, it is uncanny for 2 colleges to go back to back.
I think
like
that makes the most sense for our quarterback.
Yes. Let's think. He was recently compared to Big Ben.
Yeah.
Now, that is a lot of praise.
Mm-hmm.
Big Ben's a Hall of Fame quarterback, 1 of 1. But if I'm Mike Tomlin and I'm Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan.
Yeah.
They were able for 18 seasons have a quarterback like Ben. Why not get a quarterback that's a younger version of Ben? That's Will Howard. A big guy, stands in the pocket, improvises when needed, and breaks down the defense.
Yeah.
And so I think Mike Tomlin's like, okay, I want something that's familiar to me. And that's what Will Howard is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, that 4-game stretch that Ohio State had in the CFP this year is the best football I've ever seen Will Howard play.
Yeah.
And honestly, and that was when the pressure was the most on him. Now imagine a full season of pressure and he keeps shining like this.
Yeah.
He's going to be a guy. He's going to be the best quarterback in this draft class, in my opinion.
Possibly.
Out of all these guys, I think Will Howard is your best quarterback. Get it out of the way, then I'll go on my tangent.
Yeah, I have him taking Shador. And I hope I'm wrong.
Okay. Steeler fans, or select few Steeler fans, I'm talking to you. Wise up. Yes, you heard me. Wise up. We already have DK Metcalf, George Pickens, this whole thing with TJ Watt going, Cam Hayward coming out speaking his mind every other week. Why get a guy that is such... Look, behind the scenes, I can see Shedeur Sanders being the kindest guy you can ever meet.
Yeah.
But he's a headache. He is a headache.
He is.
So why would you add another personality in that locker room when you already got a guy like George who fights everybody and drops an elbow on somebody halfway through a game, or DK Metcalf who speaks his mind and fights during games, Cam Hayward who holds out when he wants a longer contract when he's already almost 40 years old, or TJ Watt, what's going on with him, or the select other stories that are going on with the Steelers. Why would you add your centerpiece as your quarterback as your biggest headache? That's what I don't understand.
Because I feel like Mike Tomlin enjoys that.
It's all it is just setting us back even further.
Yeah.
And look, this whole... I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is a bad quarterback, because he's not. He is an NFL quarterback.
He's just a pain in the ass.
He's not a pro.
Yeah.
That's the thing that worries me. He is not a pro. There's being a very good football NFL talent, and then there's being a pro.
Yeah.
A pro is that you're Will Howard. Will Howard has every right to go in the media right now and say, why in the hell are you not talking about me? I'm the one who won the national championship. May not have been in the Heisman conversation, but I am still here. Yeah. Why are you not talking about me? But he's not. What's he doing? Being quiet, staying to himself. Pro day shows out. Draft combine shows out.
Yeah.
What haven't you seen from Shedeur Sanders? He has yet to show out in his pro day.
Yeah.
He didn't throw at the combine. So, why are these Steelers fans thinking this is the guy that we want?
Yeah. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong.
And he's not a Steeler.
No.
He is not a Steeler. You can go back to the pro thing. There's being a pro, and then there's being a Pittsburgh Steeler. Will Howard is a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah.
He's quiet, stays to himself, and goes in and comes back out. He's a blue-collar guy.
Well, he's a desired Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yes. Sorry. A desired Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah.
So, I just don't understand it.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I hate Steeler media. I just hate the collective group. Because there's reasonable fans, like the Mark Cambolis, these other writers. Yeah. I'm name-dropping Mark because I really like Mark. I love reading his stuff on Twitter. That are reasonable thinkers and reasonable thinking with what's going on.
Yeah.
And then there's the other guys. I'm not going to mention names because I also don't want to name-drop the people that are classified as other guys. But they're there. Yeah. And those are the guys who are irrational with their thinking. So, okay. I'm done. Getting it together.
Yeah, right?
I'm okay. Let's talk about the Chargers.
Okay.
Good. I'm regrouping.
Okay. I have him going tight end.
Okay. I see. Who do you have him taking?
I have him taking Colston Loveland, tight end out of Michigan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. They need a blocking tight end. When I think of a hardball tight end, I think of a blocking tight end, not a Tyler Warren type pass catching tight end.
Yeah.
I think of a guy who's going to get in your face and push you down the field. So I think your pick is a great pick for them.
Yeah.
I have them addressing their receiver room.
Ooh, because they need that.
They need that. They have none.
Well, they have Lad McConkey.
Oh, sorry. But Ladd is not your speed threat.
Yeah.
There
But
is
you,
one
you
guy.
can't have Lad McConkey with a side of Lad McConkey.
Yes. I have him addressing their lack of speed. Or should I say, need for speed. I'm sorry, I'm funny. I get it. I should be a comedian. I haven't taken Matthew Golden, speed threat out of Texas.
Oh, I actually had him falling out of the first round.
I think when I think of a guy who's gonna look really nice with Ladd,
Yeah.
is a Matthew Golden speed
Oh, he
threat.
would. He really would. Yeah. I think he goes like high second round.
Yes, agree. I think he goes high second round if he doesn't go here.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go to the Packers.
All right.
Let's go to Green Bay.
I'm going edge.
I haven't taken cornerback.
Okay.
This is where I have Will Johnson going.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Everyone's like, Ryan, how come you have him so low? Look, I think the caliber of cornerback that Barron is fits with the Arizona scheme. Now, Green Bay, Will Johnson is a man-to-man guy.
Yeah.
And what does Green Bay play? A lot of man-to-man. They're old school in their defense. So I think they're going to get a guy that they really like that plays man-to-man.
Yeah.
So I think Will Johnson's going to be that guy for them.
Okay. Yeah, I have him going edge rusher. I have him taking James Pierce Jr., edge rusher out of Tennessee.
I like that. I have him out of my first round because I just don't see a fit for him.
Yeah.
With some of these teams. But I like that pick. I like him a lot. I really like him a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Alrighty, I haven't taken a halfback here.
I do too.
I have him taking Cam Scattaboo.
Oh.
Who do you have him taking?
I have him taking a Marion Hampton.
Okay, so this is where you have him going.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with either of our picks here.
They desperately need a running back.
Oh, desperately. I think. Look, they're gonna have a quarterback that's a first-year quarterback.
Yeah.
So, Cam Scattaboo is an older running back coming out of college. He's not as young as some of these other guys. But I'll tell you what, in that NFC North, you got to play smash mouth football. And that's why I think Cam Scattaboo, the way he's short, compact, kind of like a Jalen Warren type of running back, and where he hits the hole and it hits you hard.
Yeah.
And he doesn't go down easy. So that's what Minnesota needs. And I think Cam will fit that scheme a lot. And I'm just imagining him and Kevin O'Connell together, the things that they're going to be able to do. It's going to be insane.
Yeah. All right. Houston.
It was funny reading the description of this team, what their team needs. Because except, at least Pro Football does, they say tackle or guard. It just said offensive line. Nothing else.
So, I think it said receiver, but no, it was like offensive line. Like you need offensive line or you're
So, I have him taking Amar Mabu, tackle, out of Mizzou.
You had him really falling.
Yes.
Okay. I have him taking a tackle as well. I have them taking Josh Simmons, tackle out of Ohio State.
They need a guy who could play on Stroud's blind side.
Mm-hmm.
And I think both these guys could play on that blind side. Because if you look at Stroud this year, yes, he fell off, but he also didn't feel comfortable on his blind side as he was rolling out to the opposite direction, trying to avoid it. So I think they're going to get their guy to protect his blind side here.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go to L.A. Let's go to the tight. I'm good. I have him taking a tight end.
I do too.
But I don't have him taking a pass catching tight end.
Oh.
I have him taking a blocking tight end.
Whoa.
As Colston Loveland will be your.
This is where you have Loveland going.
Yes. He'll be your next tight end taken. I think. Look.
I think I said that last time, and then you had the opposite.
Yes, I was. I did some thinking about it, some pondering as we were sitting here, doing our mock drafts because we had a very busy day because it is finals week.
Next week we will not be stressed out of our minds.
Yes, and you'll be more joyful, Thielet and Graves.
Yeah.
But I think Colston Loveland would be a different fit for them.
Yeah.
I think with the emergence of Cam Akers, am I thinking of the right running back there? LA's running back.
No, they don't have Cam Akers anymore. Kyron Williams.
The rise of Williams. I think they need to maybe let Matthew Stafford sit back a little bit and focus on the run game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Matthew Stafford's bad. I'm not saying he's old. I'm just saying, you only have Puka.
Well, Stafford's certainly not bad. He is timeless.
Yes, but when you have one receiver, maybe it's time to rely on the run game.
Yeah.
And especially in a division that D-lines, every single D-line is not that good. Maybe poke at that.
Yeah.
So let's go. That's why I haven't taken a tight end, just to start a run game for them.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're flipped from our 2.0s because I have them taking Elijah Arroyo.
Oh, yes, we are flipped. We are
Yeah.
exactly flipped.
Yeah. I mean, they need every type of tight end. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, they don't have a tight end at all.
Yeah. So, I think this makes sense for them.
All right, let's go to Baltimore. Let's go to the Rats.
The Rat Birds.
The Ratbirds. All right, I have them taking a cornerback here.
I have them going edge.
I have Trey Omos out of Ole Miss going here.
Okay. I have them taking Nick Scorton, edge rusher out of Texas A&M.
Yes. I'm looking at the division as a whole when I made this pick. And I was thinking, okay, I'm thinking it's the shoes of a Raven, like of a Ravens GM. I'm looking at the teams around. Out of this entire division, there is only one good running back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on our team, which is Derrick Henry. So why why waste a first round draft pick on a D lineman when you can go get a cornerback when you're also playing against DK Metcalf now twice a year, George Pickens twice a year, whatever receiver decides to be good for the Browns next year,
Jamar
Chase,
T.
Higgins. So I thought it would be a great decision for them to go down the road and think, okay, we need a cornerback that can try and counteract these honestly freak athletes that are now on the outside.
Really lock these guys up.
Yes. So I thought that they'll address their cornerback room in the first round.
Yeah. All right. Detroit Lions.
Let's go Lions. Okay, here we go. I have them taking receiver.
I have them taking a linebacker.
I was very much contemplating taking defense here because for how banged up they were last year.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm thinking another receiver won't hurt for Detroit.
No, it won't.
So I haven't taken. This is where I actually have Trey Harris going.
Ooh.
Yes. Everyone's thinking, wow, Ron, he is a bona fide second-round draft pick. This is your gem this year. Every year there's always that one guy that everyone's thinking, why is he in the first round? He was projected as second or third guy.
No, I like that.
Well, Trey Harris is going to be your gem this year. And and one thing about Detroit, they are the team of misfits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Trey Harris is a misfit for them.
Yeah.
So it's good. I'm going to really like him in Detroit.
Okay. I have him taking Jalen Walker, linebacker out of Georgia.
This is where you have him going.
I think I've had him locked in that spot
For the past, for all three.
I think so.
Yeah. It's you can't go wrong there with either of our picks.
Yeah.
Because they need linebackers and they also wouldn't mind having another receiver. Okay, let's go to the Commanders.
DC.
Or the Washington football team, or the Washington RS, however you want to.
Yeah.
However
we're not saying that name.
Nope. But
Okay.
we're just saying it happened. It's there.
Yeah. Okay. I have him going corner.
I haven't gone offensive line.
Ooh, they need that. This is where I actually have Trey Amos going.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with Trey. I mean, he's an all-around great cornerback.
Yeah.
So, and he's going to fit very well in that scheme down in Washington. Well, I have him taking O-line because Jaden Daniels needs help.
Yeah.
He needs guards. So I have Dylan Fairchild out of Georgia going.
Whoa!
Yes, an unexpected guy.
Okay.
I think that they're going to be like, oh, we want a big guy from Georgia, and that's where you're going to get out of Dylan.
Yeah.
I mean, Dylan Fairchild is a big boy.
Yeah.
He's one big SOB. So he's going to be the bruiser on that offensive line, which is what they need. All right, let's go to the Bills.
The Bills. Edge.
I haven't taken linebacker.
Okay. I have them taking Shamar Stewart, edge rusher out of Texas A&M.
Okay. I have Demetrius Knight Jr., linebacker out of South Carolina.
That makes sense. Yeah.
They really need linebackers,
Ooh.
especially with Von Miller not playing as much as he did,
And now he's gone.
and now he's gone. They really have a hole in that linebacker room, and I think they're going to fill it with Knight. I think Knight's going to be a big
I wouldn't
fit.
be surprised if that ends up happening.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great fit for them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the SEC dominance so far.
Holy shit.
It's been insane.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Swifts.
You really want to have the Swift Nation mad at us? You see what that fan base can do to people? It's scary.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, let's go to the Chiefs. I have them addressing their tackle situation.
I do too.
I think they need offensive line.
Yeah.
As was very, very, very shown for the Super Bowl. With the most sacks by one team in a Super Bowl was put against them.
Mm-hmm.
I have them taking Josh Simmons out of Ohio State.
Okay.
Yes, your third Buckeye taken out of the first round.
I have them taking Kelvin Banks Jr., tackle out of Texas.
I like that pick too.
Yeah.
They need to address that O-line. They have Pat Mahomes can only do so much, and his legs aren't getting any younger.
Yeah.
So they need to start building up that O-line. All right, let's go to Philly.
I have them going corner.
I do too.
Yeah.
They lost Darius Slay,
Yeah. They have a big fat Darius Slay sized hole.
which we filled. Thank you. Thank you, Philly, by the way. I haven't taken a cornerback out of Notre Dame.
I do too.
Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame.
Yes, sir.
Look, when I think of a Philly cornerback, I think of Benjamin.
Yeah.
Hands on. He's going to fit well in Philly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm happy that we're in the same brain length
Yeah.
at finishing this out. What is that, the fourth pick now that you and me are
Oh, it's way
same
more.
page?
It's way more than that.
Okay, so we're going to move on from the draft, and we're going to discuss it before we move on into the WWE, we're going to talk about a certain situation happening here in Pittsburgh. As of 2 weeks ago now, TJ Watt threw the deuces up and set Twitter on a frenzy.
Oh, shit.
I was also asked on sideline as part of my ad lib, what should we do with TJ Watt? I was asked if we should trade him. I am so far against us trading him.
Exactly.
It's not even funny.
Yeah.
That is also the group of Steeler fans that I call the irrational Steeler fans.
If you want a Mr. Steeler, he is Mr. Steeler.
Yes.
But well, him and Cam.
And we are also under 500 with him not playing.
Yeah.
Why will we trade
We have, what, 2 wins with him not playing?
Yes. Yes, we are very bad when he's not on the field for us. So why in the hell are we thinking about trading TJ or even think about trading him?
Omar, respectfully, get your head out of your ass and pay this man.
Yes. Now, his contract size, up to debate. I'll be okay with a 40 mil. We can't afford a 40 mil, but we'll see. I just think I like the fact that we need to sign him is now. We can't have a holdout, and we can't have him ride out on a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
We need him to sign now. And this should have been done back in January. This should have been a thing done already.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we're even playing this game. Just it's so frustrating because when you think of the Steelers, this is the busiest offseason we've had.
And did you see like the mock trade where he goes to Jerry's World for Dak? What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No. Like,
I don't want Dak as a
I
quarterback.
don't want a 31-year-old quarterback coming into our room.
Exactly.
And I don't want a 31-year-old quarterback coming off a torn Achilles coming into our room.
Yeah, that too. Because we saw what happened with guys who were...
That's not to say Dak's not a good quarterback. Dak is a very good quarterback.
No, he is a very good quarterback. And
But
he is a good quarterback, but he's coming off an Achilles, and we saw what happened with 2 quarterbacks that are coming off Achilles.
yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's transition out of the NFL, and let's hear Orion Michael Thielet. Yap Selch. This past weekend was the best weekend of all sports. Yes, I said it. I'm not counting the NHL playoffs because they are a series. And yes, I'm having them neck and neck with Super Bowl. It was WrestleMania week. Best week of the year.
Fuck.
We've had some. It was a good. I'm not going to talk about every match because we will be here for an entire hour of me talking about this. And we're already an hour deep in this podcast. So, us just yapping back and forth. There are some that we cut out. But anyways. So, I'm going to talk about the big points in this Mania. Let's get started with night 1. 4 letters, 1 word. Eat. Yes, you heard me. Jey Uso is now your WWE World Champion. He went in there, whooped Gunther's ass,
Oh God.
give him a can of the Stone Cold ass whooping,
Fucking Jey Uso, I swear to God.
and decided that it's my turn in my family to be a champion. And I love this. I am so happy that Jey Uso is a champion that is not a undercard champion, that is a main event type champion. Now, let's continue. Later that night, we had a triple threat match. It was CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and your tribal chief, the OTC, Roman Reigns. Isaac, respectfully, look at that camera and throw up your ones. Okay? Acknowledge your tribal chief.
My arm's too goddamn long.
Okay. So I know you're not a wrestling guy.
No.
Going into this match, there was a favor going in. CM Punk, back in what was called War Games, asked Paul Heyman. He said, if I'll go in and help Roman Reigns for one favor. That favor for 4.5 months was not described or not told to the fans until 3 weeks before Mania. And that was for Paul Heyman to be on CM Punk's side of the ring, not Roman Reigns. You're thinking of me, why is that such a big deal? See, Paul Heyman is a manager. There's these things in wrestling where there's managers that help out the talent. Well, Paul Heyman's been Roman Reigns' manager for the past 4.5 years, since COVID. Well, what you don't know, way back 25 years ago, he was also the manager for one CM Punk. He was the original Paul Heyman guy. So this was a big deal going in. The CM Punk's theme song, "Living Cult of Personalities," sang by Living Color, was sung live, and it was an amazing entrance. Okay, amazing. Get the guitar solo, 1 of 1, so good. Seeing Paul Heyman and CM Punk come down together made my little heart happy, but that wasn't the big twist of the night. At the end of the match, there was a moment. Roman Reigns on your left, CM Punk on your right. Steel chair slid. Paul Heyman had a steel chair in his hand.
Oh, fuck.
We're not even going there. He was going left and right, trying to pick who he wanted to have the steel chair as the advantage in the match.
Oh.
So, he picked CM Punk. Even though he's been on the same page as Roman Reigns for 4.5 years.
Wow.
That's not even the biggest plot twist. CM Punk gets up with the chair. He's about ready to whip this chair on Roman Reigns. But between the balls uppercut CM Punk.
Holy shit.
We're not even there yet. Uppercuts him. Starts screaming at him. Hands the chair to one Roman Reigns, your tribal chief.
The fuck is happening?
There is one man that I didn't mention yet. Seth Rollins, still in the match.
Oh, fuck.
He is laboring getting up in the middle of the match. As you don't know, as not a big wrestling fan, 10 years ago, there was this group called The Shield. It was formed with Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Jon Moxley, particularly known as Dean Ambrose at the time. Jon Moxley is part of AEW at the moment. He is no longer in the company. But there was a big plot twist when they were a group. Seth Rollins took a steel chair to Roman Reigns' back to join the bad guys, to join the corporate side of the WWE. Well, they were going to do an homage to that, what we all thought was going to happen, when Roman Reigns was going to take the steel chair to Seth's back, and what we all thought was going to happen. Well, as our tribal chief decides to bring the chair up and back, as he was about to swing through, yes, another ball buster happened.
Jesus
Paul
Christ.
Heyman went down on one knee and put his fist right up through Roman Reigns and went left to right to make sure everything got hit. That was the biggest plot twist. The entire crowd was like, what did we just watch?
What the fuck?
I watched this. I worked Saturday night at my job. I worked all night. Wasn't able to watch Mania till the night before. I had everything muted, okay? When my jaw was to the floor when I watched this Sunday morning. And then I opened up my notifications. The entire sports world, well, my side of sports world.
Was this crazier than the unsanctioned in the chamber?
Yes, crazier, okay? And it was just insane to think that Paul Heyman's now with Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins is officially a Paul Heyman guy. And that was just night one, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Night two got better. Okay. We started off the night one with a triple threat women's world championship match between Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Mommy. Yes. Don't laugh at me. This is what her thing is. Rhea Bloodly, Ripley. Okay?
Okay.
Great match. Stellar match. High flying. Io Sky picked up the dub. Very shocked about that. And then we get a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship,
Oh my God.
which involved Penta. It involved Dirty Dominic Mysterio. It involved the champion, Braun Breaker, who was also a Steiner kid. Very, very respectful tag team in the past. He's the kid of one of them. And then Finn Balor, another Judgment Day. He joined Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio for the past year and a half has been the cocky SOB who goes in, talks his stuff, but he never backs what he says. He always scampers out of the ring, acts like a wimp. But for the first time, he fought back. And what did he do? He won the Intercontinental Championship. Yes,
Damn.
Dirty Dominic Mysterio won a match. And won not just a match, but a match that he is now, for his first time in his career, a singles champion. Hats off to you, Dirty. I am so happy you got a championship belt. You have done so well with the heat that you have on from the crowd, booing you every time you even pick up a microphone. And I'm excited for Monday Night Raw tonight, because it is currently Monday, and I'm excited to see this. But I'm not done there.
Main event?
The main event of WrestleMania.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, it was very underwhelming. Not my favorite match of the night. But boy, did it pull my heartstrings. That sitting at 20 years old, I grown up with John Cena as my guy. This was the final time that I was able to see John Cena take part in a WrestleMania. And boy, did it pull my heartstrings. Because I'm also a massive Cody crybaby. I love, last year,
Cody
The Rock called Cody Rhodes' fans Cody crybabies. And I will admit that I am a Cody crybaby. So I was very torn throughout this whole match. But John Cena won the WWE Championship, but not in a particular fashion that we're used to seeing.
Oh, God. What did he do?
It's not like what he did. It's who helped him. Travis Scott. Yes, you heard me. Right. Travis Scott, the guy who sings Fiend.
You gotta be shitting me.
For 3 minutes of his song is just him screaming Fiend, 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 which was also the song for WWE this year for WrestleMania.
Of course it was.
And Timeless by Weeknd and Playboy Cardi.
That is good.
First of all, great song. I love Timeless. Favorite song of that album. I know I'm generic. Yes, that's the best song on the album. Bite me, okay. Anyways, so Travis Scott walks in. Now imagine this: the referee gets knocked out. John Cena low blows Cody Rhodes, knocks him over. As he's going to pin. Sorry. I'm thinking way far ahead, fans. Cody Rhodes goes in, gives him the crossroads. As the ref, who is very, very tired at this point, after getting dragged out of the ring, was about to hit the 1, the 2, and halfway down to when he's about to hit the 3 count, he was pulled out by Travis Scott. Now, what happened after that was crazy. As John Cena goes out of the ring, picks up the WWE title belt, the championship, and tries to use it on Cody Rhodes. But Cody Rhodes reverses it and then takes the title back.
Oh, my God.
And as he was sit there, he was in his mind thinking what we all were thinking back at home who grew up watching John Cena. Am I about to cheat and beat my hero? The guy who I've looked up to. The guy who everyone was always preached to: hustle, loyalty, and respect. Who turned his back on us. Said that it was our fault that he is the way he is now. It was torn. You saw the emotion on Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes elected not to use the title belt. But I guess John Cena decided to take the Paul Heyman route. He didn't hit him like an uppercut like how Johnny Cage does.
Oh, no.
He kicks him straight in the balls.
Of course he does.
And knocks him over. And then, yes, he gets the 1, the 2, and the 3. And now John Cena today has said that he's going to ruin wrestling. What is he going to do? We don't know yet. You'll hear this recap next week, as this will be a Raw after Mania.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I'm not watching Raw.
I'll do what I did today and inform you, okay? But yes, it was a very jaw-dropping, entertaining Mania. Now, was it better than last year? Not even the slightest. Was this a good Mania? Hell yeah, it was a good Mania. From start to finish, it was good. Loved almost every match of it. There's a couple matches where I was thinking, okay, I don't like this too much. But I'll tell you what, the emotional string that match had on me should be studied. It wasn't the 20-year-old Thielet watching that match. It was the 5 to 6-year-old Ryan Thielet sitting down at his TV screen with his dad, with his brother, watching John Cena go in and does what he does.
Okay.
So it was very emotional for me. It's a very emotional weekend. And I was going to say, John, you may not see this. We are going to clip this, but because I do want to post this on my Twitter. Thank you for the 20 years of service you've done to at least for my childhood and for other people's childhood. Thank you for what you've done for wrestling. But respectfully, give back the title to Cody, please, and let me enjoy my Cody crybaby era. Well, with that being said, we're going to take a quick second break because I got to use the bathroom and I need a drink. Welcome back to the Thielet and Graves podcast. My name is Ryan Thielet.
My name is Isaac Graves.
And we're just two dudes that like to yap about sports. All right, after the yap session of the WWE, we're going to get started and talk about the MLB. Alrighty, so we have a long pirate tangent as this week was very rough for us. But
it started out pretty decent.
Yeah. We're just not going to talk about it at the moment. Let's go to Houston, as there was an ugly, very ugly collision between Luis Ariz gets rocked and goes off on a stretcher.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the clip?
Yes. It was very ugly.
It was bad. It was really bad. And I think Ariz is awake and he is, he has full use of everything. But that could keep him out for a while.
Yes. It was very scary to watch. I mean, collisions in baseball, people are like, what? People like football fans are thinking, oh, that's just a normal collision. I said, no.
That was a bad one.
Yes. Baseball collisions hurt more than the NFL does. Just because the NFL has padding. MLB doesn't.
Yeah.
You're hitting bone to bone, skin to skin.
And you could see he was not moving.
No, he wasn't.
For a little while.
I was scared that he was like done. Like not like he was
He was out.
Yes, he was out, and I got very scared. My buddy sent me the clip because playing baseball, I've had my fair share of collisions.
Yeah.
But my buddy's like, dude, this is bad. And I was thinking, holy shit, was my response. I said, and then I texted him back, is he okay? And then he said, he's in the hospital right now, not awakened yet. And I said, holy, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So, yeah, very scary. And I hope for Luis and his family that everything's all well, and the best wishes from us to you guys.
Yeah. This is brutal for the Padres because
yes,
look, they have a lot of guys that are still very capable, but this is an all-star bat.
yes,
This is an all-star bat.
this is one of their better bats in the league.
Yeah.
and their team. So okay, let's get the rant out of the way. Well, let's do a recap of the week. We started off our week playing the Washington Nationals. Had a good series with them.
Took 3 of 4.
Yes. And then the weekend happened. You want to take it away since you were there?
Yes. I was there on Bobble Skeens Day. I was hoping Bobble Skeens would join the set.
Where is Bubble Skeens?
I do not have one yet.
Are you one of those vouchers people?
I will be one of the voucher people, hopefully, if that's not a scam. Anyways, yeah, so the lines were extremely long. That was a full-on sellout crowd.
Yes.
Do you want to know how far back I was?
How far back were you?
The line for me started at the Andy Warhol Museum.
Oh, if you guys don't know from Pittsburgh, that's like a good block and a half.
Yeah.
From the stadium.
Yeah.
Jeez. You were that far away?
Yeah.
That's...
And like around the corner.
How early did you get there?
My mom and I got there around 2, and the game started at 4.
Wow. I saw the videos of people lined up on the bridge. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go on a little rant here. If that isn't enough for the MLB to step in and do something about this Pirate franchise, then I don't know what is.
Yeah.
This was just for a bobble. Imagine if this team was good and was able to be I'm not saying a series contention, but in playoff contention. If you're getting people lined up like that just to see a guy throw a baseball for 7 innings and to pick up a bobblehead of said guy that looks nothing like him, by the way.
And chuck a baseball for 7 innings, do really good, have the rest of his team let him down.
Imagine what this team can do when they're good.
Yeah.
And when they want to get the right pieces in order.
Yeah. And here's another topic of discussion for that game. Emmanuel Valdez got absolutely screwed.
Yes, he did.
Twice.
Again, I got home late from work that night, and I came up on Action News.
Yeah.
Because it just came up on the TV. And my brother was like, hey, Ryan, you want to look at this? Go in there. I'm not joking with you. I felt like and old yins are going back and forth, like an instant replay with the TV. Sorry, my dad used to always do that at Steeler games. He'll go back and forth and watch like it's a replay. So I did the same thing of that play.
Yeah. He
slid back into third, looked up at the umpire and went like this. Universal sign for time.
Yeah.
This is just, everybody knows, hands up, palm up, straight to the umpire. This means time. And then picks his hands up because he thought he was granted time.
Because he busted his shoulder up.
Yes. And then he put both hands up and then got tagged and was out. The umpire, you went back and looked at the umpire, was like, out. Like, he didn't know what to do.
That third base umpire, first off, he was at home plate the night before.
Missed 26 calls.
Missed 26 fucking calls. Just god awful. Then moves over to fucking third base. What's his name? Chris Conroy?
Yes.
Fucking idiot. Honestly. Like, then he screws Valdez twice. So I think it was the second inning.
Yes.
Valdez crushes this pitch from Ben Lively. Heading towards right center. Does not cross the foul pole. Like right on the foul pole. Oh no. you. It's a foul ball.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
this goes back to the whole umpires talk. They're bad this year.
They're so fucking bad. And Angel Hernandez is retired.
Yes. Well,
That's the worst part about
retired.
it. Yeah, he's possessed. He's possessed more than half of these fucking umps.
This is probably the worst I've seen the umps to start off a year in a long time.
It is terrible.
It's just it's annoying.
Yeah.
And there's also not a lot happening for us in general.
Yeah.
And now this happened to us. It's like, can we just get a break? Well, we almost got a break. How about O'Neal Cruz?
Holy shit balls.
He should not be anywhere except lead off the rest of the season.
I texted you. I was like, do not take this man out of leadoff.
Yeah, and I see why. It was insane. 3 days at leadoff, 3 home runs.
But also, why was he DHing on Saturday?
Why is he in the field? Like, that makes no sense. This also goes back to the Derek Shelton talk, though. We can spend a whole hour and a half talking about should he still be a manager, which the whole thing that we can talk about later. And it's decision making. It's what's costing his team. It's decision making. We are under 500 because he can't construct a consistent lineup. I think it's time. I'm not saying it's time to move on because we all know it is. I just think it's time that they get a lineup and they stick to their lineup and don't move from it. You can't win baseball games moving your lineup every other day.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be able to say, okay, this is who's leading off. This is our cleanup guy. This is our 9-hole hitter.
How about getting sliced and diced by Luis Ortiz?
Yeah.
But why'd you have to leave us?
I know.
The guy that we traded for to get you out of here is still on the IL.
Yep, exactly. Well, for the second straight weekend, we were swept by an Ohio team. It's embarrassing at this point.
It's just pain.
Just pain.
Matt, I'm not even going to acknowledge you.
Nope. Nope. He was talking Heat the entire week, and we were talking Heat back. And, we kind of got slapped in our face about it.
Yeah.
But we have a gauntlet this week. As if you would have asked me about a month ago how I felt about the Angels, I'd have been like, they're, I don't know, below average. Now I'm scared of us playing the Angels. As we start off our week playing the Los Angeles Angels, and then we go to the Dodgers. And boy, I am not going to pick up my cell phone that says anything Pirates for 3 more days.
Oh, shit.
4 more days, sorry. This would be an ugly week.
Well, at least the game started at like 9:30, so there's no way I'm going to watch the whole thing.
Yes.
So, like, ugh. And it's draft week.
It is draft week.
So, like, to have the LA teams on draft week,
It was very good.
it helps a little bit.
I can't even think about anything to fix this team.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fix this.
Like,
This goes back to, I'm quoting what Jeff Passan said. He was speaking about the Pirates. And he said this: when you have a team like the Pirates, I look at them and I'm like, just try once. Just once. Please go out there and try to field a winning team.
easier said than done.
And we're seeing what we were given to us, and we're seeing what he means now. And then he also went on that's not exact quote, but he went on to say something like, this is just an embarrassment for the team, the city, and the MLB. So when you have, it's mind-boggling.
Preaching to the choir, brother.
It's just, and he also goes on to speak about the topic we brought up last week, was the salary floor and the salary cap.
Sure.
And what he's saying is it's for me, I was thrown off reading this because I'm not used to a ESPN guy coming out and saying the stuff that he said.
Yeah.
Specifically about a team. So I was in it. It's just, I don't know. There's no fixing this team. Maybe bring up Bubba Chandler and say that does anything, but I don't think that's going to do anything.
I don't think it's going to help. I mean, at this point, I would wait on Bubba and just, make sure Jared comes back healthy.
Yeah. My number one concern is, can Jared come back healthy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I love baseball. I love everything about baseball, but I just wish things will work out better in Pittsburgh for baseball.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, from MLB, let's go to puck. It is officially playoffs.
The best week. The actual best time in sports.
I'm not saying that WrestleMania is the best time in sports. I'm not saying that. NHL isn't. I'm just saying something a little special about WrestleMania week. Okay. Put some respect on some WWE. Okay.
So we'll be making our playoff predictions. We got a couple of things to talk about before that. But also we are doing a challenge with Have a Shift A.
Oh yeah. How about that? We heard you have a shift. Okay. We heard you call us out.
Yeah.
It's our time to call you out. We're winning this year. Okay.
Let's have some fun.
This is our year.
Let's do it.
This is a look. This is the first year of the Thielet and Grace podcast. We get it. This is year 2 of you guys. This is our thing. Okay.
Let's do this thing.
We're winning this.
All right. Before we get to the playoff predictions, for the teams that did not make the playoffs, it's time to shake up the staff.
Yes.
Yay! All right. Let's start in SoCal. Let's start with the Ducks.
Okay.
Who have fired head coach Greg Cronin after just 2 seasons.
I'm so shocked that happened.
So I'm shocked, but at the same time, when you look more into it, honestly, I think it was the right move.
I do too.
Because Cronin's the wrong fit for this team. There were multiple reports coming out that he is, one, giving his young guys a very short leash. And for that type of team that is very young, that's just something you cannot do that.
Look, I'm not saying he's a bad coach. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
He can be a good coach somewhere.
And he's also just apparently just blowing up the locker room.
Yeah.
He
could be a good coach somewhere, but just not there.
No. He was a fantastic coach in the AHL.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I don't think he changed. His problem is that he didn't adjust his coaching style from the AHL to the NHL. So once he figures out what he needs to do to reach his players, I think he'll be fine.
But I don't think that's enough for the Ducks to be fully successful. They had a huge jump in points. But I think a lot of that is because of how underratedly good their goaltending was this year.
Mm-hmm.
Dostal is the future of that net. No, to be successful, they need to fire Pat Verbeek.
Yes.
They absolutely need to fire Pat Verbeek. He is a god-awful general manager, and he always will be. Let's just be honest.
He will be.
Yeah.
And, it's time.
Yeah.
It was just time there.
All right. From there, let's go to New York City. Oh, boy.
There was a certain rumor that was sent, not sent to me, shown me in the middle of our class.
Yeah.
That said that, Mike Sullivan might take that role if Pens move on. First of all, Pens are not moving on. New York, keep dreaming, buddy. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So, the New York Rangers have fired head coach Peter Laviolette after just 2 seasons. Look, okay, Laviolette, he clearly was, again, the wrong guy for that team. But this is nothing new for New York. I said this last week. It's the same shit, different week. Recycled head coaches. So who's the next one? Is it going to be Dallas Eakins? Is Bruce Boudreau going to come back into coaching? What the fuck is next?
Is Jared Tortorella going to return to New York?
Yeah, is Jean Tortorella going to be back for a second stint? It just baffles me that they think they can just keep getting away with this. Chris Drury has got to go.
Yes, agreed.
Agreed.
They need a new GM.
Yeah,
very badly.
Because Chris Drury just keeps throwing the same shit at the wall and hoping it sticks, and it never does.
Ron Hextall 2.0.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. It's the exact same situation.
At least he tries young guys.
Yes,
but yeah, it's not good.
It's very not good. All right. Any other shakeups that we should be known about?
one positive shakeup for a playoff team.
Ooh.
Avs fans, it is time to rejoice because your captain, for the first time in 3 years, is back on NHL ice. Gabe Landeskog is finally gonna play some NHL hockey.
You want to go ahead and explain to the viewers at home why he was gone for so long?
Yeah, so the last time he played was in the 2022 Stanley Cup Final. And then his knee, on multiple occasions, decided to explode. So he had multiple surgeries, some like brand new surgeries that we haven't even heard of before. But no, then he had a conditioning stint in the AHL about a couple weeks ago. And yeah, he's back. Let's hope this goes well.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous because I like Landeskog.
Me too.
I don't want him to blow his knee up again.
Agreed.
Yeah, but I'm excited that he's back.
I'm excited too. It's great for us. That's the Avs need a lot because they play Dallas.
Whew, but they look good in game one.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did.
Because Nate Dogg is a psychopath. My bracket might be screwed
Mine's not.
if the Avs keep playing like that.
Oh yeah, if they keep playing like that, oh, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
They're like my Clemson. Alrighty, well, since we mentioned our brackets, let's go in and talk about our brackets.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, as you heard before, we are have a shift for a podcaster battle.
Yeah.
But you're probably thinking, wait, why don't you just do 1-1? Well, every single podcast host between them four, right? Four?
Yeah.
Four of them and the both of us have decided to submit individual brackets to see which podcaster knows puck the most. Alrighty. We on our today's show, we're gonna list our bracket, and then maybe if you pay attention to our social media, we'll go ahead and post the results of it and what our leaderboard is and what their brackets are.
Yeah.
So let's get started with the west side of the bracket. Let's start with Winnipeg versus St. Louis.
Okay. So game one is already over for that. Blues looked solid for the first 40 minutes, and then yeah, goodbye. Look, do I think that it's over for the Blues?
No.
Because we know what the Jets can do in terms of falling on their face in the playoffs. But
Not looking good.
these are the President's Trophy winners. They know what they're doing.
Yes.
They're not gonna have this happen for the third straight year. Give me the Jets in 6.
Alrighty. So I have Blues winning one game this entire series.
Wow.
This is a 5-game series in my mind. I have Winnipeg winning this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously. Alright. Let's go to Dallas and the Avs.
Best West series.
Oh, best one.
Yeah.
By far.
Best series overall.
I want to say that.
It's up there,
It's up there.
but no. We're East guys.
We are East guys.
I
I have Dallas winning this.
do too. That game one was alarming.
But I think they'll be fine. They'll wake up and play like Dallas hockey.
I hope so.
So
But Jason Robertson is out, which is not good.
not good at all.
Yeah, I hope this goes well. But give me Dallas in 6.
I have Dallas in 6 as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to VJK in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh,
I love the Wild.
I have the Knights winning in 6.
I do too. As much as I love the Wild.
As much as I would love to see Fleury play more playoff hockey, I just think that Vegas just
Well, Flower's not going to play.
no.
Gustafson's too good. And honestly, they looked decent in game 1 last night.
Yeah. It just Vegas is just that damn good.
They're just too good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's go to the one that we're going to disagree on.
Oh yeah. LA Kings versus Edmonton Oilers for the 18 and a half straight season. That's not an actual number. We're just going to roll with it.
This is what, the 5th straight year, 4th straight year?
4th.
4th.
Ridiculous. Like, should we just have these teams locked into a playoff series every single year at this point?
At this point, you might as well. Go ahead and say your pick. It's quite obvious.
I'm wearing the hat. Go Kings, go! Give me the Kings in 6.
Give me Edmonton. You're crazy. Give me Edmonton in 5.
You're a psychopath.
I'm not a psychopath. I'm just saying how it's gonna go.
Who had a resurgent Darcy Kemper? Them LA Kings. Who has a stacked young roster? Them LA Kings. Go Kings, go!
I don't care. It's just not gonna happen. Edmonton's averaging 3.2 goals per game. Goals against is way better than what LA is. Edmonton's 2.9. LA is 2.5. Power play percentage is higher, and penalty kill is just a tad bit lower than the Kings. Edmonton's about to go in there, take care of business, and go to the next round.
Yeah, you better be watching Game 1 tonight.
We'll definitely be watching Game 1 tonight. And when it happened, I want you to text us saying, "I'm sorry, Ryan, that I didn't believe you." Alrighty, let's go over to the Eastern Conference. Let's get started with the New Jersey Devils and the Carolina Hurricanes. I thought this series was going to be a lot more competitive than what the Game 1 was.
Ugh. But then New Jersey, their entire team decided to die.
Yes.
Okay. Luke Hughes. That's not good.
No.
Who? Cody Glass.
Not good.
Not good. Brendan Dillon. I would feel bad if it was anybody else.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that guy with a burning passion. But we won't get into that.
I have Carolina winning in 7 games. I think before all the injuries, I was thinking these teams match up really well against each other. Well,
I'm going to regret this so much.
You have Jersey winning, don't
Give me the Devils in 7.
Oh, my gosh.
I know they're hurt. But, the Canes need to show me that they're playoff winners.
Yes. So we'll see. I think they can be.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the Montreal Canadiens and the Washington Capitals.
Okay.
I have this as a 7-game series as well.
I do too.
I feel this is gonna be a really good series.
Yeah. So Game 1's tonight. Look, Montreal. Their defense is bad. Bands make her dance.
Bands make her dance. Bands make her dance.
That is so much more pleasing hearing the Russian accent.
Oh, dude, it's great. And obviously, you can see who I have winning this one.
Anyways, look, Montreal's defense is bad. It's bad. But
it's bad.
But Washington, if I'm not mistaken, they're under 500 since 4 Nations, or at least pretty close to it.
Yes, they haven't been as solid since 4 Nations.
So, Montreal's going to give them some problems.
Yes, they're going to get problems.
So, Montreal's not going to win the series, but give me the Caps in 7.
I have the Caps in 7 too, and on the 7th game, they're going to go like this: bands make her dance, bands make her dance,
bands make her dance, bands make her dance.
All right, let's go to the Battle of Florida, which I'm not be able to see until tomorrow.
What is the scheduling?
Alrighty. Tampa Bay and Florida. This is gonna be. Look, this is not a 7-game series to me.
No,
but this is gonna be a damn good series.
It's gonna be a really good series. But we're gonna have a new champion this year.
Yes, we are.
Give me the Tampa Bay Lightning to take this one in 6.
I have the same exact thing. I think Tampa's going to win this in 6. I think Florida's going to give them a little bit of trouble in 2 games, win 2 games. They're just
especially if Tkachuk comes back.
Yes, but they're just too hurt, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
When you have your star, most of your stars are all hurt.
Yeah, and your number 1 defenseman decided to pop perks.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right, let's go to the other least exciting matchup in this. I get it. It's the battle alternative. It's not going to be a close series.
Okay. Last night's game 1 was funner than fun. It was so good. Yes, the Leafs did win 6-2. But it was good.
It's going to be a 4-1 win Toronto.
Whoa, okay. Give me the Leafs in 6.
6? You think it's going to go that far?
I think it's going to
I
go
was
6.
debating having the sweep happening.
Wow. No.
I don't think Ottawa has what it takes to compete with Toronto. I don't.
Brady Tkachuk's going to fight someone.
Oh, he's going to fight some.
And then he's going to fight someone again.
Me, Matthew?
Well, not in this series.
Oh, that's right. Brady's. I get them mixed up all the time. Yeah, no. I think Toronto is just by far the better team.
I want them to call up Ryan Reeves so bad.
Oh, me too.
And I want Brady and Revo to fight.
Yes, I do. Me, same. I hope we get good fights in the playoffs. I can't deal with their non-fight playoffs. All right, let's go to the second round. Let's stay on the Eastern Conference this time. Our matchups are currently Toronto and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I have Tampa Bay winning this, but I have them winning it in 7.
Ooh. Okay, so in this, it doesn't actually have you predict how many games,
which is dumb. But
so I didn't think about it that much. But yes, I also have Toronto and Tampa Bay. Give me the Bolts in 6.
In 6?
In 6.
I think Toronto's going to have a Game 7 meltdown. I'm just feeling it.
That would be very, very
on cue.
On cue.
All right, let's get over to the other matchup, the Washington Capitals and the Carolina Hurricanes.
So I actually have the Caps and the Devils.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because I'm going to
regret that.
I'm going to regret that. Give me the Caps in 5.
I have the Caps in 6. I think Carolina's going to give them more of a game, more of a series. They're going to win that in 6.
Devils can fight Carolina. They can do that.
They're not going to be able to fight the Capitals.
They're not going to be able to fight the Caps.
No, they're not. All right, let's go over to the Western Conference as I have Winnipeg versus Dallas.
I do too.
All right, I have Winnipeg winning this one in 7.
Whoa.
Yes.
Give me Dallas in 6.
I don't know. I'm feeling a buzz about Winnipeg right now.
Give me Dallas in 6.
I don't think Dallas hockey is going to be able to do it this year.
Ooh.
That's the thing.
Ooh.
All right.
Pete DeBoer might be playing for his job, let's be honest.
Yeah, he is. But I think Winnipeg, I mean, statistically, they are an even team.
Yeah.
With not Toronto, with Winnipeg having a better power play percentage than the Stars.
Yeah.
I just think Winnipeg's going to have the edge at home. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
There's nothing like the whiteout. I think if this has to be a 7-game series, which it's going to be, they're going to win it in Winnipeg. All right, let's go to Vegas and Edmonton. That's who I have. I know you have Vegas and the Kings.
Yeah.
Give me Edmonton in 7.
Wow.
Yeah. You heard me.
How many games?
7.
Okay.
You heard me.
Okay, so I have the VGK and the Kings. Go Kings go in 6.
And you were laughing at my pick about Edmonton.
'Cause
no way in hell the Kings are going to beat Vegas.
Oh, yes, the they are.
No way. There's no way. They're not even more close.
Yeah.
No.
With the amount of with how good they are on home ice. Yes.
No, it's not going to happen.
I know they won't have home ice advantage in that series.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a good Kings team. And they're going to go to the Western Conference Final.
No, they're not. They're going to lose to Vegas.
Yes, they are. Well, Edmonton's going to beat Vegas.
I think just the pure we got to go get this cup is what I'm feeling is going to push them.
Yeah.
Because after last year, I think that they're going to be charged to go after this cup.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the Western Conference Final. I have Winnipeg and Edmonton.
I have Dallas and L.A. Go ahead.
Winnipeg in 6.
Wow. Okay.
I think that pure hatred is going to only get Edmonton so far, and then their goalies are going to come in and cripple. So, don't tell me you have them winning.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I
dude.
juked you.
Oh my gosh.
Give me the Stars in 6.
Jeez. The fact you got that game going to 6 is insane.
Yeah.
No,
No, that's gonna be a hell of a series.
it's gonna be. It might be. All right,
Uh,
let's go to Eastern Conference. Tampa Bay and the Washington Capitals.
Yeah. So 2018 Eastern Conference Final rematch.
And you ever heard the term "history's gonna repeat itself"? Well, guess what? It is, and we're about to get some dancing as Ovi's about to dance into the finals once again
Woof.
and be going bands make her dance.
Woof.
Bands make her dance.
Woof.
In 7 games. They're going to win it in Toronto. I mean, not in Toronto. In Washington. Might as well start dancing now because that's the only right answer here, kid.
Okay.
Start dancing.
All right. Yeah. Look, Washington is a hell of a team. They can easily do that. Well, not easily, but we are gonna have a rematch of the 2020 Stanley Cup Final in the bubble. Give me the Bolts in 7, baby.
Okay. I just don't think the Bulls have what it takes to go to the Cup this year. I don't.
There will be a Florida team in the finals.
Their goaltending
for the-
scares me.
There will be a Florida team in the finals for the 6th straight year.
Oh, that's insane. All right. My Stanley Cup final is the Winnipeg Jets and the Bands Make Her Dance Washington Capitals.
My Stanley Cup Final is the Dallas Stars and the Tampa Bay Lightning for the 2nd time in 6 seasons.
Who do you have winning that one?
Play Pantera. The Dallas Stars will be the 2025 Stanley Cup champions.
They're going to fold before they even get to the champ. And then if they get there, they're going to fold in 7 games.
Yeah,
How many games do you have that series to?
6.
Well, you know, I like to dance. Well, one thing about Ryan Michael Thielet, he loves dancing. He loves moving his shoulders left and right.
Oh, my God.
He loves hearing some rap music and hockey, especially a Russian accent. But guess what? We're going to keep that movement going, as I got the Washington Caps as your 2025 Stanley Cup champions on the same year that Ovi broke the record. Okay? And you know what? He's going to do? He's going to have the cup like this and go, bands make her dance. Bands make her dance. Bands make her dance.
I kind of want to see that, actually.
Bands make her dance. As the Washington Capitals will win in 7 games. Which means they will have to win their Stanley Cup in Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah, they would.
Yes, they would.
Yeah,
They're going to walk into Winnipeg and win.
Because the Jets have the President's Trophy. Shit.
Yes, they do.
Woo!
Yes, they will. And I'll tell you what. These were the top 2 teams for the President's Trophy all year.
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you what. If this is your Stanley Cup final, I'll be very happy with this final. Even though it's the Caps, this will be a really entertaining, very entertaining series. Just like how last year was.
Yeah.
Now, do I think it's going to happen the same way last year was? No, that was a fluke.
I want a real Stars Bolts Stanley Cup final.
I don't think it's going to happen, dude.
A real one.
Well, that is our brackets for this year, and we will keep you updated weekly.
Yeah. And we will keep comparing with Have a Shift.
Yes, we will. All right, before we let you guys out, we're going to discuss our Penguins, as Kyle Dubas decided to come out and speak to the media in his post-conference. Isaac has a quote that he's going to read to you guys, and we'll discuss the quote.
Yeah. So, in his post-game presser, he said, "When I look today, maybe we had less points than we had last year, but I feel like we're slightly better positioned as we move ahead because of the younger players here. I'm more optimistic going into next year than I was organizationally. The results are going to be what they're going to be, but I feel like we're closer to where we want to get back to now than last year."
I have to agree. I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I think that a lot of that will be on what they do
Yes.
with Tristan Jarry.
Yes. And then what they do with the first batch of the 30 picks that we have.
Yeah. And the well skating pylon.
Gino?
The defenseman well skating pylon.
Carlson. You want them to shop Tanger?
No.
Oh,
the
Graves.
the one who's not my brother.
Oh, Graves. Yes. Look, I love the quote. It is what was needed to be said. We may have not had the better record that we did last
How much
year.
of a psychopath do you think I am for them to want to shop Tanger?
A psychopath that has the LA Kings that far in his bracket. That's what I think. Okay, I don't know anymore with you. Okay, that's just insane. So I expect it from you, especially with Shedeur Sanders going to Steelers too. Okay.
Hey, I said I don't want that to happen.
Anyways, look, I like the energy coming off the Penguins.
Yeah.
I started feeling a little energy off the Penguins. Would have been last week, right? The big night out was last week, right?
2
weeks ago.
Yeah.
When Crosby came out there, spoke to the fans, was like, damn, we should be playing here in the playoffs. Because you saw that in him. You saw that in Gino. Saw that in Tanger.
Yeah.
And now this quote from him, from Dubas. Now, also, Crosby's already back on the ice 4 days after the season ended with the injured players up in Cranberry. I'll tell you what, if we do what we are supposed to do, buy out Tristan Jarry, find some way to shop Ryan Graves, bring up Rucker McGorry, bring up a couple of these young studs that done really well for us,
Yeah.
and then maybe piece around
And figure out who your number one guy is. Are you gonna bring in John Gibson?
Yes.
Are you gonna take a stab at the goalies in the draft? Are you gonna have Miroslav be your full-time starter?
And have Blancos as your backup? So there's a lot of decisions to be made. But him coming out and saying that, it's him taking ownership, saying, I have decisions to make this offseason, and I'm going to make them so we're not in this spot again. So, look, I'll tell you what, look out, Penguins 2026. It's going to be a year for us.
It's gonna be a year.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited for this.
We're crashing some games.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to be crashing some games. And I'm excited, and I hope that they're playing back to the 2021, 2022 teams when they were winning and going to playoffs. Alrighty, well, I think that's going to cut it for us today.
Yeah. Long show.
Long show because there was a lot that happened, and we had to throw in the WWE because Mania weekend, of course. But next week will be a shorter show as we'll recap the draft, recap Raw after Mania, and see what else goes on with the NHL and the MLB.
Yeah.
Well, until then, this podcast was presented by the Center for Media Innovations at Point Park University, and this will be our home for the summer. As if things change, we will let you know on our Twitter, and we'll make sure everything's squared away. We are figuring out our schedules for this upcoming summer to you on Wednesday, and then we'll release what our planned schedule for the summer is.
Yep.
So it's going to change, vary for what personal things happen with me and Isaac. But until then, we'll see you next week. This was the Thielet and Grace podcast, and we're just two dudes that like to yap about sports.